Hi, I'm Lucy Ellis, Senior Writer at Scrip, and I'm here at BioEurope Spring in Barcelona, joined by Vanessa Fortin, BD Associate from Avir Pharma, and Khaled Kadri, Vice President of Business Development, also Avir Pharma. Thanks for joining me, both of you.
Thank you.
Vanessa, I wondered if you could just start with explaining a bit more about the company and your strategy.
So Avir Pharma is a commercial company focused on commercializing brand medicines in the Canadian market. And our strategy is to acquire and in-license products in the specialty medicine field for Canada.
And are there specific therapy areas you're interested in?
So Avir is focused on oncology and supportive care, as well as GI, urology, women's health, and hospital acute care products.
And why do you focus on those areas?
That is where our core competencies are. We have members of the team that have been working for a long time in those fields, and so we are focused mainly on those for that reason.
And do you focus on later stage deals and partnerships? Why do you operate in that way?
We focus on deals that are mostly phase 3 assets and later on that are either registration ready, so have completed clinical trial, or that are already registered within the Canadian market and are only looking for a commercial partner to actually go and sell the product in the market.
And maybe, Khaled, then, why is the Canadian market different and that model works for that space?
Well, the Canadian market is different and unique in the fact that we have a regulatory agency that's not really linked to the US FDA or the EMA, so we have a unique regulatory agency. And then from a pricing and reimbursement, you have basically a country made up of 14 different provinces that choose and elect whether they want to reimburse a drug and pay for it, or what price they want to pay for. So that makes it complex for outside parties wanting to come to Canada, and that's what gives us the opportunity to approach them and be their one-stop solution for commercialization in Canada.
And what are the other market challenges affecting businesses in Canada?
Well, the first market challenge that affects us is the size of the country is rather small in terms of population. So the opportunities for niche specialization products are never in the large numbers people expect from a country geographically that big. So there's an optical challenge that we have. People think of us as a big nation, but we're only 36 million. The second challenge that we face is the currency we have right now. It's at 136 versus the US, 1.5 versus the euro. So in terms of, again, doing a transaction, that has an impact. It's an expensive transaction for us, but it might not be such a big transaction for a European company. So it's an incremental revenue stream for a European player or a US player that they will look at into Canada. It will never be a top priority market. And we have to turn that into a top market opportunity for our partners.
And how do you pitch that to them that that's what you're going to do?
So we basically pitch to them that this will involve very little work and very little effort on their behalf, us taking the product into the market. So we deal with the regulatory challenge. We have an A1 team in regulatory expertise. And we take that on and we manage basically the Canadianization of the file. We also deal with the pharmacoeconomics and the market access part of it. And then we deal with the sales and marketing. So basically we take off from the project once we get the dossier, the registration file, and we run with it to sales. And that's what we offer our partners.
And what are your goals then for Avir this year and looking further ahead as well?
Our goal is really to become the #1 specialty company in oncology, gastroenterology, hospital over the next 5 years. We want to be the company of choice. We want to have a track record that speaks for itself.
Definitely. Well, thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of BioEurope.
Thank you.